dream, and he knew it was something important about this dream.
Amen.
Pharaoh knew it was something important about this dream. But he called his magicians, he called all of his astrologers, he called witches and warlocks, everybody that just had any kind of information on how to interpret dreams, he called them. They were at his disposal, but nobody can help him. Some suggest that they argued that it was two separate dreams, trying to persuade Pharaoh that it was two different dreams, but it really was one dream in two parts.
Amen.
So, chief cupbearer, because before Joseph, after Joseph interpreted the chief cupbearer's dream, he said, well, when you get your job back, remember me. And he didn't remember. It took quite a couple of years until this came about, so Joseph still was in prison. There's somebody you helped a long time ago that's going to remember you when the appointed time comes.
Yes, Lord.
Amen.
Yes, Lord. Amen.
Don't think that your labor is in vain. I'm preaching to myself now.
Amen.
I don't know how many seeds that I done sowed that's about to pluck up. Come on, somebody. Jesus. And so now Pharaoh's like, bring Joseph here then. Since he helped you out, bring him here. And so now we get to the place where the Bible says, then it came to pass at the end of 2 full years that Pharaoh had a dream, and behold, he stood by the river. Verse 8, it says, and it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled. I can't wait to put this on social media. And he sent and called for all the magicians. Didn't I just say that, of Egypt and its wise men? And Pharaoh told them his dreams. But there was no one that could interpret it for Pharaoh. Verse 12, now there was a young Hebrew with us there, a servant of the captain of the guard, and we told him, and he interpreted our dreams for us. To each man he interpreted according to his own dream. Now Pharaoh knew 3 things. Here's 3 things Pharaoh knew. Number 1, he knew there was major significance to his dream. Mm-hmm. When God is giving you a dream and it keep coming, there's something significant about it.
Okay.
Preach, Pastor.
Number 2, he knew he needed help figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
He needed help to figure out his dream. Number 3, he needed the right people to surround him to ensure the success of the interpretation. Can I read those again? Number 1, he knew there was significance to this dream. Mm-hmm. There's something significant about you seeing yourself speak to women and to young women and having group poems. There's something significant about what you're seeing.
Come on. Awesome.
So I want to get you to the place where you don't just have knowledge, and you don't just have understanding, but you have wisdom. Why did God allow Pharaoh to have this dream? There's many things, because when you really think about it, when the famine hit, if God didn't enable Joseph to be a part of this, then the whole world could have been doomed. Everybody was affected by the famine. There was countries close to Egypt, outside of Egypt, and Egypt had the goods. They had everything that people need, and it was because Joseph had a plan. So once he interpreted Pharaoh's dream, Pharaoh's like, hey, look, why don't you're going to be my main dude. I'm going to put you over everything. And Joseph, throughout all his years being a shepherd, he learned, and he spent time with God. He learned how to manage. When he was in Potiphar's house, he managed all of Potiphar's affairs. When he was in prison, and some argue that he was in the prison because some say that Potiphar was the dude that ran that prison, was the warden, if you will. And so that's one of the reasons why they say that Joseph ran the prison. So all of those different things that he went through wasn't in vain.
Amen.
It was training him and it was prepping him for a larger stage. Dr. Swift, I'm trying to preach. What you had to endure in that situation. Can I preach to Renee Riley for a moment? In that situation, can I preach to Lady V real quick? I gotta preach to Aunt Tracy. In that situation, is so when you get to that stage, you already have a systematic mind.
Amen.
Golly. The reason why I can see something and make it happen because I have a systematic mind. If you don't have a systematic mind, then all you're going to see is problems.
Come on.
But systems are built so that you can manage the problems.
Amen. Come on, Pastor.
Man, you know what? So watch this. So God allowed Joseph to have this dream, and people are like, what does this have to do with me? Why are you preaching about this? I need you to talk about my problems.
Amen.
I'm sick in my body. I'm going through something. I'm just having a pity party. No. If you put a system around it,
All right.
when Noah built the ark, God gave him system.
Amen.
This is how I want you to build the ark. I need you to cut these trees down. And when God told Noah, he gave him 60-something years, about 63 to 65 years, to plant trees.
Right.
So it took about 65 years for those trees to grow. The systems of God.
Amen.
And when you start moving in systems, then comes the process of germination. So in order for a seed to start growing, it has to be in the right environment.
Amen.
Somebody shout systems.
Citizen.
So your generosity in helping others and giving your time, your talent, and your treasure will one day put you in position.
Amen.
Somebody shout position.
Position.
And when I think about during this time, the famine that hit the world, Egypt, watch this, had a plan that enabled them to dominate the world's economy system
Amen.
and more. And let me mess with y'all. Y'all ready to take some notes? Let me give y'all some stuff. Let's go deep. Y'all ready to go deep? Let me give y'all some meat. I'm about to give y'all the oil of the word. I'm about to bypass water, milk, and what's the name for a moment, and some of the stuff I taught in Bible study. So now, Joseph, watch this, when he created these systems, and he told them to store up grain, right? And in the city, the main city of Egypt, they had 5 main granaries. Around the perimeter of the city, there were about 11 or 12 entrances into the city. So he had a plan for the Egyptians or the Egyptian citizens to where when the famine hit, they had to come to Joseph.